Good evening. I am IC, I'm the host, I'm the founder of the Sit Down UK. Welcome to 21 Questions. This is our Insta Live interview segment we do every Thursday at 9 p.m. We didn't have one last week. Why didn't we have last week? Because we had our interview, our live event actually, our first live event, second live event, shall I say, of 2022. Amazing time with Henry Crusoe. Big up to everyone that came out. It was an amazing event. Big up Salima Kamara. She is our videographer. She just sent me like snippets of the event, and I was just like, woo! It brought back memories. So thank you to every single person that came out. Even if it was your first time coming to the sit down, thank you for taking a chance on us. We had some laughter, we had some real gems shared, but it was again just great to connect with people. I know Uncle Boris wants to just scatter everything, but I'm glad that we were able to get that one in before Omnicom comes and does some mad thing. But we move. The next one we're planning is for early 2022. As soon as we get a date and our guest, we'll be sure to let you know. But if you want to keep posted, if you want to know what we are doing, follow the Sit Down UK on every single social, whether that's Twitter, whether that's Instagram. And if you click the link in our bio, you can go to our website and join our mailing list. And we'd love to keep connected with you. All right. This evening, we've got a great interview with an amazing woman doing amazing things. Sometimes we get guests that are well known and you know their names, but we like to also get people who are doing great things in their community and in their corner, in their speciality. And, Perola really is doing amazing things in her speciality, and I'm so intrigued by it, because if you think about back in the school days, there are certain roles that we do now that we just didn't have back then, and I really want her to open up that tech industry element of UX and augmented reality, and just give us an insight into what it's like and what the potential is there. So enough of my talking, enough of my rambling, let's get straight to it. Perola, I'm coming straight over to you. Okay, where you at? Okay, cool. So, Perola, if you request to join me, actually, I've invited you. Big up to everyone. If this is your first time, let me see in the comment section a sofa. Perola, what up? How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Am I saying your name right?
Yeah, you are.
You. You good today? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I've had a good day.
Good. Well, welcome to 21 Questions. It goes like this. You've got 21 questions or more, but you got one pass card.
Yeah.
So if there's a question that you don't want to answer, you can use that pass card.
Okay.
But I would say in the last 77 episodes, only one person has used their pass card.
Okay.
So you're good. Don't worry. You're good. You're in good hands. Don't worry. We got you. Tell me one thing that made you smile today.
Oh wow, I wasn't expecting that. Has anything made me smile today? I don't know. The fact that I ate food.
What did you eat?
I had pasta and chicken.
Self-made?
Very simple. Yeah.
Self-made. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes it's the simple things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we're gonna hit you off with our quickfire round, but before we do, just give us a 30-second introduction of who you are and what you do.
So hi everyone, I'm Perola. I'm a human first, and
Yes.
I'm a UX specialist and an XR creator. So I work for a global pharmaceutical company, and
that's right. Talk.
I do the user experience stuff across their products basically. And then aside from that, like freelancing under Oddspace, I do AR filters and experiences. That's me.
Come on. Thank you. And we'll get into that. Some people will be like, UX, I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, we'll get into what those things mean. But cool, we're going to start off with our quickfire round. quick fire questions. Don't think about it too much. Only what comes to your mind immediately. But we got you. Don't worry. You're in safe hands, man. This is the sit down. All
Okay.
right. So, question number one. What is your number one form of escapism?
Oh, going on holiday.
Okay, cool. Where? Where's your go-to place?
Usually Portugal. But I don't mind just anywhere that I can explore, anywhere where there's sun and a beach nearby.
Yes, trust me. Oh my gosh. My place is Malta.
Oh, nice. I haven't been there,
Yeah.
but I've seen pictures. Looks nice.
Malta is it's calm, relaxed. People are nice. The food is good. I want to
Really?
book it tomorrow. Ah, telling you. Oh my gosh. Number two. Who was the last friend that prayed for you?
I think it was either my friend Adjua or my friend Shani.
Okay. What did they pray for?
If it was Adjua, it would have been me saying, "Oh, let's pray together," and then we prayed. If it was Shani,
Yeah.
it was the last time she came to my house, and like every time
Nice.
she comes, she just prays for me.
Come on, them friends. Those are the friends you need. Number three. Have you finally got your Donda stem player?
Yes, I have, and I was underwhelmed.
Yes.
I love Kanye,
You was
but
underwhelmed.
but I was expecting more. So it's like I don't know if I have it around somewhere. It's low. It's like a MP3 player, and it comes with the Donda album preloaded on it
Yeah.
already. And you can basically like split songs up into I think
Yeah.
stems. So like you can take off the
Like
rapping.
hi-hats.
You can
Okay.
you can take off the rapping and just listen to the beats. You can take off different like beats that are playing and just listen to the lyrics if you want. But yeah, it was really low and you can only have like a certain amount of songs on it. So I was a little bit underwhelmed, but I think the concept of it is really cool.
Yeah, the concept is amazing.
Yeah.
What's the last audio book you listened to?
I think it was No One Judge Me, The 48 Laws of Power.
Why did you say no one
Because
judge you?
everyone hates that book.
Oh, okay, great. It seems quite manipulative.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Have you read 50 Cent's one?
No, I haven't.
The
I've
50th
seen
Law.
Robert, what's his name? Robert Greene. I've seen him talking
Robert
about it
Greene, yeah.
on TikTok though.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that one's good. That one's good. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. What would your dream one-way trip be?
My dream one-way trip. I want to say the Caribbean only because I like the food.
This
I
food
like
thing keeps coming up.
I like Caribbean people in general.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Caribbean's safe from what I've heard, like, depending on where you are.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I could take a one-way trip there. I don't know. I'd have to think about it, but off the top of my head, I'd say the Caribbean.
Caribbean it is.
Yeah.
Favorite Drake lyric that makes you really think deeply.
My favorite what?
Drake lyric that makes you think deeply.
Oh my
You'd be like, ooh,
God.
that's deep.
He has so many.
I see you put a lot on your Twitter.
Yeah, that's just kind of like whatever I'm listening to at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I have a favorite Drake lyric. I feel like anything he says is just wow.
I'll tell them. I'll let them know. Explain this tweet. So we always have a section called "Explain this tweet."
Oh my God.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You said, "When you finally take off them rose-tinted glasses, it's a bitter-sweet feeling. When you finally take off those rose-tinted glasses, it's a bittersweet feeling." Explain that tweet.
I think maybe the way I used to view the world was in a very naive way. And then I think this year specifically, I took off those glasses and I wasn't looking at things so naively. And it's like, wow, like the world and people are actually mad. But then it's like, it was a bittersweet feeling because it's like, oh, that's a bit sad, but it's like, it's good that I know now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there a reason why you kept the glasses on longer than needed?
Um, I guess just wanting to see the best in things and people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear that. I hear that. And if not this year, then last year would have knocked those glasses off your face real quick.
Yeah.
Who do you love more, Lala or Gypsy?
Lala.
Lala. And tell us who Lala and Gypsy are.
They're the dogs at my auntie's house in Portugal.
Lala, okay.
Yeah.
What's the best meal you've ever had?
Best
That you can still
meal.
taste it. You can still taste it now.
I really like Nigerian food, so
Hey,
I'm probably
but
gonna say like a pounded yam and okra soup.
okay, I'm Nigerian. I didn't force you to say that.
No, I was
There was
actually
no messages sent.
if I was on death row, like that would be my last meal.
Serious.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Pounded yam is put you to sleep. What's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done? Just off your head.
Spontaneous. Um, go on holiday with someone I didn't really know.
That is what that is. Where did you go?
Mexico.
Rah. And when you say you didn't know them, how long did you know them for before you went?
I knew them for a couple months. I knew them for a friend, but
Okay.
yeah.
You wouldn't do it again?
Yeah, no, it was nice. Yeah, I would.
Okay. And finally, what's been your biggest regret?
I don't think I have regrets. Like, obviously, there's stuff that I might have done and thought maybe I could have done that differently, or that's annoying. But I don't think I have mad regrets, because you always, even if you do something you wasn't happy with, you always learn from them.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Cool. Light work. That was light work. That was light work. We're just easing you in. Big up to everyone that's joined us so far. This is 21 Questions with Perola Janice. And we are going to go a bit into her story, who she is, where she's from, what she's up to, and then unpack what she does. So tell me about your heritage first. Where are you from?
Angola.
Angola, okay.
Yeah.
And did you grow up there, or you moved here? You was
No,
always there?
I was born and raised here in London.
What part? Downstairs?
Brixton.
Oh,
Why are you disappointed?
you know what? Big up you people. South London are just everywhere. I went to Mo Gilligan's show yesterday, and he did the whole West London makes some noise, East London makes some noise, North London. Imagine the whole of the O2 being from South London.
So
you
you're
guys,
jealous?
Yes. I'm originally a West boy. I'm from West London, so
Yeah.
no. I can't lie. I'm actually South. I was born in Camberwell, Dulwich. Yeah.
Oh, really? So you should have
Thanks.
stood up then. When you said South London, stand up, you should have made noise.
It's true. I didn't want anyway. Yeah. Tell me about from your childhood. Tell me about a positive memory that always comes to your mind when you think about your childhood.
I think about living with all of my brothers and sisters.
How
Yeah.
many have you got?
6 brothers, 2 sisters. Actually, minus 1 sister, but 6 brothers, 2 sisters.
Six brothers. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And where do you fit in the middle of that, or in that order?
I'm the second youngest. Everyone thinks I'm an only child though, but yeah.
And are you quite connected with them? Do you talk to them a lot and everything?
Couple of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was it about those experiences with them that was positive or good for you?
It was just fun. Just like living in a house. Obviously, because I had more brothers, mostly being used as a rag doll when we were wrestling, and just, I don't know, being kids and enjoying life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Childhood. Because boy, adulthood comes at you real quick.
Yeah, man.
Tell me about a negative memory, something that you were like, always is in the back of your head.
A negative memory. From my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
My dad going away a lot, so like he would go to Angola for extended periods of time.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I was a daddy's girl.
Ah, okay, okay. And
Yeah.
was he doing anything in particular?
Well, when I was younger, I just remembered him going there for business, but I don't know what that meant. I don't know what that meant.
That's a lot of us, man. Where are you going? Oh, I'm going to just do some work there.
Yeah,
And then we're
yeah,
going for like 8 months or something like that.
yeah.
And if any, effect has it had on your relationship with your mom, your dad at the moment?
Um, I think at a period of time I was a bit resentful towards my dad, but like we're good now. Like he's my
Mm-hmm.
fave. He's very supportive, love him to bits.
Ah, love it, love it.
Yeah,
For you, how would you say you've changed, as in from your childhood to who you are now?
yeah.
What's been like the greatest kind of things that you've learned and it's kind of shaped you and changed you?
Oh, that's a hard question. Ask me the question again.
So, like, because you mentioned about the rose tinted glasses coming up.
Yeah.
Is there anything from your childhood to who you are now
Mm-hmm.
that you've kind of, how have you changed? How have you changed as a person? Some people were really shy when they were younger, and now they've kind of learned, they've come into themselves, they're
Oh,
much more outgoing.
I would say when I was yeah, I've gotten quieter with age. When I was younger, I was like
Okay.
loud and a hooligan, but with age, I've definitely just become more introverted,
Mm.
more just quiet. I don't want to talk. Yeah.
And what's caused that?
Um, I don't know exactly. I got older and just became more quiet. Just I think life just humbles you. Yeah, life just humbles you, and you realize that the world isn't what you thought the world was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What time do you go to bed now? Are you someone who's like an early bird now?
I have a really erratic sleeping pattern. I went bed early one time this week, but most nights I'll be in bed at like 2, maybe
Oh, okay.
4. The other
Yeah,
day
yeah.
I was up till 4. So yeah,
Luxury. I've got a
yeah.
2-year-old daughter that can't run from me. 4 o'clock. There's a quote that you said. You said, "I love how my dad lets me just be me. He
Yeah,
doesn't try to mold me into anything or anyone else."
yeah,
And I wonder, like for you, that freedom to be Perola,
yeah.
how beneficial has it been? How important has it been for you? And why? Why?
Um, I would say that it's been very beneficial for me because like stuff like not finishing uni and stuff, like everyone,
Oh, yeah,
like
she dropped out.
it's a big deal for everyone. Like go back to uni. Why are you not in uni? But my dad's always just been like, if it's not for you, it's not for you. What are you doing now? Are you still making money now? Okay, good. Like, and he
Yeah,
just
sure.
supports what I do. Um,
Mm.
I can literally go to him with like anything I want to pursue, and then he'll give me his 2 pence and tell me what he thinks I should do. And
Wow.
yeah, like he just gives me the freedom to be who I want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And does that kind of inform if you choose to have children, does that kind of inform what you would like to do, like with your children and that kind of relationship?
Yeah, I'll definitely be a free parent. Like I would let my children have the what's the word? Uh the option to, so like as parents sometimes they tell you have to do certain things.
Yeah,
I'll let my
lawyer,
children yeah,
accountant.
I let my children have the freedom to make their own decisions.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, you dropped out of university. Was it computer science?
Yeah. Well, one year I did philosophy, then the following year I did computer
Whoa.
science. Yeah.
What made you interested in philosophy?
I've always been interested in just like life and the meaning of life and stuff like that. And yeah, I thought that philosophy would be my answer to all of life's questions.
Yeah.
So, but before that, I wanted to study computer science, but then I was told that it's like really hard and there's like loads of maths, and I ran away from maths. So I was just like,
Me too.
let me just do philosophy. Then after I did philosophy for a year, even though I liked it, I wanted to come back down to London. And then the unis that I wanted to go to, um, didn't do philosophy. So I was just like, everything in life's going to be hard. So let me just do computer science. So then, I did it. And then, what happened? Yeah. And then I still enjoyed like tech, but I just didn't enjoy being a student. So I left and got a job.
What was the moment where you were like, nah, uni's not for me? That's it. Was it in a lecture? Was it in a having to hand in coursework?
I think it was towards the end of my first computer science year. I think it was mostly because I used to like going out a lot when like at that age. So it's like I wanted to live the whole 9 to 5 life and then just like go out, not have to think about doing coursework, stuff like that. So I think that's what kind of guided my decisions as well.
Oh, so you just wanted to party?
Kind of. I'm not gonna lie, kind of.
And so studies was getting in the way of your partying.
Yeah, basically.
And you was like, nah.
Yeah, and I wanted to make money as well because uni, you just get a student loan. So
yeah. So what point was it when you went to? What point was it where you said you're just going to go to Portugal?
I decided this like 2-3 years ago, but it's taken.
Are you in Portugal now?
No, right now I'm in London.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I basically have to sort some stuff out because of Brexit. We can't stay there, and I don't have a Portuguese passport, so yeah, I can't stay there for an extent like 3 months, longer than 3 months. So I hope to eventually actually go back there and stay the next time I go. But yeah.
What is it about Portugal you love?
It feels like home. I've got my favorite auntie there. I love the beaches. I love
you don't like the beaches in the UK?
They're dead. They're actually dead, and they're far. But in Portugal, like where my auntie lives, it's like beaches like 10-minute drive away. So,
come on.
Yeah, I like that.
Nice. So if you looking at your career, if you did so much, like you started, what was it that you did? You started a lit stickers app.
Yeah.
Lit stickers app. You did lashes.
Yeah.
You was a talk software engineer.
Yeah.
What was, because there's so many different things, what would you say that period of life was for you? Was it more discovery or was it just testing out things?
That wasn't a period. That was like life up until now, I would say.
Wow.
So like all the stuff that you've mentioned, that was like after I dropped out of uni, and then like whilst I was in my 9 to 5, lashes, I literally stopped doing lashes, I think last year. Was it last year?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did it for like 2 years and I stopped last year. And what else did you mention?
The lit stickers.
Yeah, that I did that while I was at my 9 to 5 as a software engineer. Like I think that was like 4 years ago. I can't remember, but yeah, it was some time ago now. But yeah, it wasn't like one specific period. It was like a long period of time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you were doing, what made you go for a software engineer at TalkTalk?
What made me
go for that role as a software engineer?
Because while I was studying computer science at uni, I learned how to code. So like leaving uni and wanting to get a 9 to 5 job, I thought that getting a programming job would be like the best thing. And my teacher from my web development module kind of made it seem easy to to get a programming job. So yeah, like, and at the time I really enjoyed it. It was a really fun way of problem solving at that moment in time. So I thought, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. When I got that job, I thought, yeah, this is my dream job. I'm gonna do this forever. I'm gonna become an app developer, and I'm gonna be rich. But yeah, after I just decided that I didn't want to do it anymore.
There's a lot of talk about coding and get into coding, get your children into coding. If you were to break down on like the basic terms, what is coding and how easy is it to get into?
Coding is basically giving the computer, telling the computer how to like present a website, for example, telling a computer what to do. So by typing in something in a specific programming language, you will basically tell the computer to add a picture here, add some text here, and then that's basically how altogether, like you iterate it in, and then eventually that becomes a website or an app or a desktop application, whatever it is. And what was the other question?
And how easy is it to actually get into that?
I don't think it's as difficult as it might seem. So like, if you do a couple YouTube tutorials, if anyone trying to get into coding, I'll probably tell them, probably learn like the web languages, which is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
Perola, what language is that?
Their web language, their web languages, coding language.
What language is it that you just spoke now?
English.
Java, HSS.
HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Yeah. So yeah, I'll tell them to like learn those and just maybe start off making websites, and then maybe you can then start learning like what are they called? I think they're called like frameworks. And then no, not frameworks. They're called something else, but basically like start learning like other languages like React and stuff, which basically teaches will allow you to make web applications and stuff. So yeah.
So were we effectively doing that back in the day with MySpace?
I was only around for Bebo and Facebook. I wasn't really using MySpace like that. I'm only
anybody
25.
If anybody is in here and you were a MySpace, just put MySpace.
I think it was section. HTML. I've seen people talk about it before.
Yeah,
I think it was HTML.
Yeah. Someone said in the comment section, why did you stop coding?
So I think what it was is that I just didn't have a great experience at my first 9 to 5. So like I just felt like this is a headache. Like I just don't want to do this. But now looking back, I wish I had carried on because I would have been a well-paid engineer. But I'm still a well-paid designer, so that's okay.
Come on.
but engineers get paid more. Yeah, it just stops being fun for me, I guess. Yeah.
Someone already said we just missed the MySpace era.
Yeah.
For a black female in the tech space, what is it like? Because we don't, I said it in the caption when we announced this, that growing up, like we talked about, there are certain roles that are always talked about, lawyer, accountant, but this tech element has only come as advancements in technology has come. And so for you entering that space, what has it been like as a black female?
So when I first entered the space, I feel like I had a nice introductory because I was part of this community called Black Girl Tech. I don't think they're around anymore, but they used to have like workshops, events, like so you get to meet other girls that are engineers and stuff, and guys. There were guys there as well. So in that aspect, it was good. At my first job in tech was the software engineering one. I felt like I didn't have enough support, especially because I was it was an entry level job. So I just expected a bit more support and encouragement, and I didn't feel like they had that there. So that wasn't great. Aside from that, just like the one-off time, there was this time where someone said I looked like Whoopi Goldberg because I had braids in. Other than that, my experience has been nice. Like anything I've done within tech outside of my 9 to 5 has been good. Yeah, basically.
And what would you do outside of tech? Outside your 9 to 5, that has been really like successful.
So previously Clamp, that I founded with four other people. But I'm now left. But yeah, that did really well.
Yeah.
And
Tell us,
yeah, we
talk on
had
Clamp, man. You lot did amazing things, please, and I'll do amazing things.
wait, what
What
was I
made you
gonna
even
say?
start?
What?
What made you start Clamp?
Oh, okay. What made us start Clamp? So we were all like interested in tech. I was a I wouldn't really call myself an engineer there, but I was like transitioning to design. Um, and
And
then
is that UX design?
yeah, UX UI design. So after I left
Okay.
engineering, I transitioned to UX UI design.
Sorry,
Claude
for
was
us little human beings, what's UXI?
oh UX is user experience and UI is user interface design. So
And what's the
there's
difference?
there's user experience design, which basically focuses on like the user's experience, and I feel like the stuff that you learn or apply on there can be applied on any product. So it's just like
Okay.
how easy you make the product for the person, and just doing research within that area to improve products,
So if
basically ease of use. And then
if I was to if I had an app,
yeah,
I would I would have a UX designer who would be focusing on how easy can you make it for this person to use this
or
app.
how it will work, what
Okay.
if it was an app, they would just decide how the user will journey through this said app, what pages would be
Makes sense.
needed.
Yeah.
They'll create personas, what your like target, no, not target, but what your dream kind of person using this app would be like. Yeah, so that's user experience. UI designer is someone who just basically makes it pretty and just
Cool.
brings it all together and creates the design system, creates icons, creates the color palette. Yeah, so wait, I forgot the initial question. Why did we get
Oh,
onto that
so
again?
so I was asking about Clamp Agency, and you were saying that when you started,
Oh yeah,
that was your kind of role.
so I was transitioned to UX. Claude was developing early interior design, but she's in within tech with what she does as well. Mabintu UX UI design as well, and Layla, she was also a developer. So we basically just had the same interests. So it was like one random day, it was just like, yeah, let's start an agency. Let's work together, basically. And then yeah, we basically did that, created e-commerce websites for a couple brands, did a few brand collabs.
Say the brands. Give us the
Oh,
accolades.
yeah, so my head is just I'm just so fried. But we did websites for Lab, for Hood Greetings, Treasure Tress. Orly, if you can remember some, please put it in the comments because
Yes. Oh, yes.
like like my brain is so fried right now. We did a
So,
collaboration with Alexander McQueen. We
oh,
hosted a hackathon for them. We had like a little Forbes shout out feature as well. Yeah, like we did loads of stuff, and then
Hanifa.
yeah, Hanifa, I think that was like our
Hanifa.
first project. And then yeah, like we did lots of amazing things, and then yeah, and then in more recent times I left.
Why did you leave?
I just wanted to take another I just wanted to take another direction. Yeah.
And that's with Odd Space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us
Yeah.
about Odd Space. Because even the way of finding it was so weird. Because I think it was the last one the last 21 questions you watched,
Yeah.
and I always like check people who follow us, and as I saw you, and I went onto your page and I found Odd Space, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my, the ideas and concepts that you had were just so. It was just so unique, and I just thought like this is a space, like tech space, that I've not really been exposed to, and I was thinking,
Mm.
has anybody else been exposed to? So tell us a bit about Odd Space and what it means to you.
So previously Odd Space was just somewhere where I'll dump my designs. And basically this year I decided that I wanted to make it like a multi-dimensional design platform. So you know like Virgil Abloh, for example, he might create a trainer, he might create a carpet, a bag. Like, I just want to create loads of different things, and basically, yeah, just like have it on a platform, be able to sell it to others, build a community around that, and also using like new technology. Well, AR is not really new, but it's not really technology a lot of people know about. So yeah, using AR, VR.
And you're speaking another language again.
Yeah.
Tell us what is AR?
AR is augmented reality, and it's basically like putting an overlay onto putting a digital overlay onto the real world. So like
Love that.
and yeah, like you can basically kind of like interact with those it's like a mixed reality thing. I'm so bad at explaining things,
No,
but
it makes sense. I remember I went into a watch company, and one of the things about watches, for those who love watches, they look good on the screen, but you don't know if they look good on your wrist.
yeah,
And this particular watch company had the ability for me to scan my wrist on their website, and then it
yeah,
meant that I can actually click on, it's weird, but click the screen and see what my wrist would look like with
yeah,
that watch on. And so it's that idea of, like you said, the virtual world mixed with the reality world, because there's so many times that they cross. And I think
yeah,
it's good to merge that a bit, a bit more.
yeah, yeah.
Is there any? Tell us if you're allowed, if you want to, but tell us some of the ideas that you've had that you've kind of put out there already, or some that you might be wanting to work on.
So most of the stuff that I put out are usually like Instagram filter related, because that was my introduction. That was a platform I used as my introduction to AR. So yeah, a lot of them are like filters, games, beauty filters. I've also done them for Atlantic Records, for a
Come
couple
on,
of their
talk the talk.
artists.
What name the artist?
um, I did one for Tion Wayne that didn't go live, and I was really sad about
Okay.
that. I did one for Stalk Ashley, which is a Caribbean artist. I did one for Mahalia, if that's how you pronounce her name. I really don't know how to pronounce names. Mahalia. I did one for one of their newer artists called Izzy Del Rosa, I think her name
Okay.
was. Um, I feel like I've done one more, but I can't remember who it was for. But yeah. What was the question before that?
So it was just like, like what ideas have you had in the
Oh,
that you're working on, or some that you're working on now?
well, I'm not going to share the ideas that I haven't put up yet, but
Okay.
there's the AR greeting card that I created not too long ago.
Love that.
And basically the idea of that was just to create like a sustainable greeting card. So basically you get this greeting card. Well, you would buy this greeting card, you would whilst you're buying it, you would say what you want, what message you would want to be on there in AR, and then I'll get that. Then I would create the AR experience, whatever. Then you would basically give it to the other person who you want to give it to, and then they would open it up, they would scan it. No, sorry, yeah, no, they would scan it, and then
It should
the
appear
AR
the message.
experience will appear. If and then, but the QR code was just in case, because I use NFC technology, which basically allows you to tap your phone. It's the same tech that's in like credit cards and Oyster cards and Fob
Oh,
keys. I use that on a card, so you can also tap your phone on the card and get the same experience.
love it.
So yeah, I just wanted to play with AR, and because I'm aware of all these other things, it's kind of like me just bringing it together, because I think that's what creativity is, just bringing different things from different areas together, and then you create
Yeah,
something new. Yeah,
100%, 100%.
yeah.
Someone said here, are you a fan of the metaverse then? Because that's like the ultimate, combination of those things.
I'm still trying to get my head around what the actual metaverse is. However, if we're talking about VR, then yeah, I'm a big fan. I've got a VR headset. I have a good time going to this thing called venues where the other day there was this like I don't know if the right word is a concert, but I went to like this Snoop Dogg thing, and it's like Snoop Dogg, and then he's got his music there, and then you've got yourself, your avatar, and then you would have like other people, which usually tend to be Americans if you come on at like this time, and you're just there. You can talk to them. You're just there enjoying the
What?
music, or if not that, I would do
Wait,
workout.
wait, wait. So is Snoop Dogg there?
Not a real version of Snoop Dogg, but yeah, like Snoop Dogg. It's like a Snoop Dogg concert, but it's like a
What?
pre-recorded video. But yeah, you're all there, and the way they've set
Wow.
it up is like, imagine like you being at a concert at the O2. You know how they would have like stands.
Mhm.
They have stands there as well, and you can walk around this venue place. You can go to other places. The other time I left, and I went to you know that David Attenborough guy who that
Yeah.
with the, yeah he that was presented in another room, and
Um,
aside from that you can just play games. I do exercises from time to time, so it'll be you and a couple of other people, and then like let's say for example they'll work you out, and then there's like a league table, so it makes it a bit competitive, so you want to
so
make
wait, so wait. This who's doing this? Are you doing this, or is your avatar doing this?
it's me, but if you was in the same game as me, I would look like an avatar.
So
Does that
in
make sense?
if you were doing it and I was in your living room looking at you, you'll be doing like this.
Yeah, I'll be wearing my headset and I'm just doing like
Okay.
this, and yeah, you wouldn't understand why, but
But
yeah.
in that in the virtual, mad, mad. Okay, I've got a question here from someone. What it says here, what is the best way to start up in UX design? And again, UX design is user experience. I'm
Experience.
learning today. Mm.
So the best way I would say is probably how I did it. First of all, to make sure if this was like the right decision for me, I started doing YouTube tutorials, then like just following along, trying to understand exactly what user experience was, because it took me a really long time to understand what it was. I understood what UI was a lot quicker,
Easier.
because
Yeah.
like it just UX is just like it just sounds a bit abstract. But anyways, yeah, do a few courses, not courses, YouTube videos first, and like do your readings and stuff. See if you actually enjoy doing it. Then I did a course with this agency in Shoreditch called Experience House. It was like I think it was a 12-week course, where they basically teach you how to go from ideation to delivery
Okay.
with they basically link you with a startup, and you basically create that project for that startup, and
Wow.
then
Okay.
yeah, it's like good to have on your portfolio for after you've done it. So like after I did that, I felt quite confident to work on UX projects, and then naturally my knowledge just improved and my experience, and then obviously having Clamp and doing freelance stuff, and then after eventually getting an actual 9 to 5 job, you just continue to grow and learn.
Mm,
Yeah, some companies, even if you don't have the experience, if you have a little portfolio, some companies will hire you based off passion.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then with let someone like Atlantic Records coming to
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
what was your thought process thinking? Because they're coming to you, they're bringing ideas. We want you to do this,
Yeah.
but you've never done it before. How did you assess? Okay, yeah, I can actually do that and take on that kind of work, especially
Um,
like for an artist.
I was already exploring AR at the point that they came to me. So I
Okay,
when I was finally approached, it was like, oh yeah, I can do this. This is easy, kind of thing.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. And how did they find you?
Through a word of mouth. Yeah.
Word of mouth. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. We've got another question here. It says, how do you network within the AR and digital design space? Because I think that's very, very important, because for some people, it's very alien and abstract to them. And so they don't know, even if they do want to plug into that, where do I go? Just like you said that network was available, but it's not now. Where can
Um,
people go and just soak up that information and with people?
you can follow Oddspace. I'm gonna make a Discord community soon.
Please, please.
So yeah, you can start there. And then
Where can they find those space?
on Instagram it's oddspace.eth, which means
Okay.
Ethereum. Yeah.
So it's in your
Um,
bio. It's in your bio as well.
yeah. It's in my
Yeah. Okay.
bio.
Cool. Yeah. Fire.
I lost my train of thought. What was the question again?
So sorry. Um, so yeah, where can people go to kind of plug in a network?
For me, I just follow people and yeah, I just like follow people. If I have any questions, I'll just talk to whoever I want to talk to. Um, Outside of that, sometimes there's been times when I've come across like I don't know, I've like typed something into Google and come across some like forums basically, and then that's led me on to like someone having a Discord channel community, and then from there I kind of just like I watch the conversation. Outside of that, stuff like Spark AR, which is the platform you will use if you want to create Instagram AR experiences.
Okay.
You if you like make an account and whatnot, and you sign up to their newsletters and stuff, you will I feel like yeah, you will get to know other creators because when they
Mhm.
have what's it called? What's the one that Snapchat just have? Like festivals, like virtual festivals and stuff. If you're in chat when they have chats as well on the side, people will be like, oh yeah, follow me, add me on LinkedIn, whatever. So yeah, you could just like add them, follow them. I think Twitter is like a really good place to just like even if it's not people you're gonna talk to, it's a good space to just follow people, see what everyone's saying about a specific topic. Especially now on Twitter, you can follow topics.
Okay.
I literally just I follow augmented reality, so even if I'm not following a specific person, I can keep up to date about what everyone's talking about.
Augmented reality. Okay. Is there any particular hashtags also to follow?
I don't follow hashtags on Instagram. I would just say follow topics on Twitter
Okay.
and
Cool.
follow people, obviously.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually, to be fair, if you do hashtag augmented reality, you people will come up. So then you can look at their
Yeah.
profiles. TikTok is
Makes sense.
also a good place to write in hashtags or
Ah,
words, and you find like some good people on there.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I think definitely TikTok. I've seen people. That's all they do, and they just give tips and everything. So,
yeah,
for those of you who are interested, like use the social media. Normally, we use social media spaces maybe to just pre and whatever catch
yeah.
jokes, but maybe use them as learning portals as well,
Mm-hmm.
and just learn from there. I had another question actually that came. Where is it going? Oh, best place. What's the best place to go to in Portugal?
The beach. I would say there's an area called Storbo. If you go there,
Snowball.
that's where all the pretty beaches are, and then you have Troya, which is like you have to get a boat. Like I don't, is it an island? I don't know. I have to look on the map, but you basically have to get a boat to get there, and it's got like all the pretty beaches, and then it will have like restaurants as well, and it's just really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, you said this quote here. You you said, designing for the future one day at a time.
Yeah.
Designing for the future one day at a time. What in the future would you, what in the future would you love to design? Like, what would be like the end goal? What would be like the dream assignment or case to be given?
I would love to be able to create something something that people use every day that's so simple but so innovative. So like
Mm,
a daily like some a Tesla for a daily product that people use. Does that make sense?
yeah, yeah.
Um yeah, that would yeah, so I guess that would probably be like something hardware related. But yeah. Yeah, thing, a
And
product.
I know you should, because there was a video of you and you were in your bathroom and you had that mirror thing,
Yeah,
and
smart
you
mirror.
smart mirror. Is that I never understood it. Is that a thing now? Does that exist, or is that just a concept that people have had?
Yeah, it does exist, but not how I did it. So like I've seen like fitness ones, where basically it will have some sort of I don't know if it's like a video or something, and then the person will just
Oh yeah.
show you the moves basically, and then you just follow along. And then I've seen people create their own. It's something that like you can actually create at home.
Okay.
Um, but it's not, again, it's not the same. It's not like, it will literally might just have your name, the weather, yeah, nothing fancy. It might not even be touchscreen as well.
Okay. How do you personally come up with your ideas? Is it just using everyday things, or is it problems? Something happens, there's a problem, you're like, why has there no VR for that? How do you come up with your creative ideas?
I'm not gonna lie, I have visions. Like
Yeah?
I just think about, like, I don't know, I just envision it. Or actually, sometimes it could just be like a film or like an interview or something that I might watch. Or I just look at, I don't know, like, say for example, this earpod case, I'll just look at it and I'll think, how can this be improved better? Where is technology heading in the future? And then based off what I know, the tech that's around right now, I will think of ways to improve that. That's kind of like how I come up with it.
That is good.
Yeah.
That makes you powerful as an asset for a company.
Yeah.
Is there any companies that you would like to work for, or is it more so to do your own stuff?
You know what? When I was younger, I was like, oh my God, I want to work at like Google, but I don't know. I heard they pay really well, which is attractive, but I feel like I want to be my own entity, like Virgil, like, and just be my own designer, create my own things. And obviously bills need to be paid, so I expect to be paid for those amazing things that I create. But it's not like, obviously I'm creating things that help people, so yeah.
So give us an insight into, because in the UK we hate to talk about money, but we need money. If you were to create, big up Sonny, I can't pronounce his name properly, Sonogoro.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's like my fave. Yeah, he's amazing.
He worked with Louis Vuitton and enabled them to, if you wanted to go and buy some Louis Vuitton glasses, you could actually have the VR. It would put the glasses on your eyes.
Yeah.
And you can see what they look like. For something like that, in AR, UX, UI, ABC, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, in that world, what type of fee, what type of money can I get for creating that for a brand? Give me some figures.
It can range between, on the lower end, like, if you don't know your worth, like £50, £300. On a higher end, I've heard of people being paid like, I think was it 30 or 50K for a filter? Yeah.
For a filter.
Filter. Yeah. So like any filter.
For a normal Instagram
For a normal
filter.
Instagram filter, from like, if by a big brand, yeah, that's what I've heard.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to get my my code.
And it's not hard. Instagram AI isn't hard at all. Yeah.
So if I gave it a good go for a month,
you got
do
it.
You think I could? Serious?
You'll get like your understanding of. You'll be able to create decent filters. It just gets a bit more complex when you start having to add scripts and patches and stuff. But these are all still things that you can learn. I don't feel like there's anything out of anyone's reach. Like, if you wanted to make an app today, you could learn a programming language, follow a few tutorials. It might take you 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, but I'm sure you can do it in the end. Yeah.
So for you, what you do in particular is more of a learning game. Who can learn a learning game?
Wait, sorry, can you say that again?
I was saying that what you do, especially your industry, it's more of a learning game. Who can learn what am I saying? Who can learn the most, and who can learn the quickest and apply it to whatever you do? Because it doesn't sound like you have to go to school necessarily.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. You don't. If I knew what I knew now, I might have been where I am now a couple of years ago. You don't need to go to school. I'm not saying don't go to uni, because some people get really angry when you say stuff like that. But yeah, you definitely don't need like if your goal was to be like a senior software engineer, you don't need a degree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you think we need more people like us, more black people in that type of tech environment, or is it already? Or are we already there? Are we already represented?
We don't have enough. I definitely feel like, yeah, it would be good to have more people there, in taking up spaces, especially in the higher positions. Like the higher you go, the less black people you see. Even like in terms of like stuff that's being built, like if let's say for example like stuff like I don't know, like any products being built, if you don't have the perspective of a black person there, then it's going to be built for a white person. And if like it's something like AI where you're teaching it stuff, or machine learning or whatever, where you're teaching it stuff, then it's going to have the perspective of like a white person and not a black person, if black people aren't in those conversations or in those rooms.
Damn.
Yeah,
That is crazy. That is good. I literally, there was a book I saw, I think it was recently released, of a woman who, you know, when we look at diagrams of bodies,
yeah,
so they cut a body in half and look at the baby, and it's always from a white perspective. You've rarely see like a black body, and so she created like a black
what, the
body.
fetus? Do you mean are you talking about the fetus?
Just the anatomy of the body. You know, like we might see the brain.
Yeah.
It's just that it kind of mirrors that idea of if you don't have that black input, then it's only one perspective that's kind of put out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, my last question is this. What would you do if you woke up tomorrow and someone had stolen one of your ideas? How do you protect your IP, your intellectual property in that space, especially if you're putting it on Instagram or TikTok? How do you protect that?
If you want to protect your work, first of all, don't post it on Instagram, because in terms of trademarking and stuff, I'm sure someone told me one time that once you share it with the public, it can't be trademarked anymore, or
wow.
you can't patent it. Actually, it's with patents. So I would say, if it's something that you want this to be like your invention, your thing, then I would say don't share it until you've done like all the legal stuff. I'm quite free because I don't know. I feel like if it's not something that I'm actually gonna take this as like a full business, it's just something that I'm just creating out of fun, I'm happy to spark someone else's mind to go off and build it. And then I'm not fussed.
Hopefully they give you the credit in the end.
hopefully they said, I saw this girl on Instagram.
Well, Perola, thank you for your time, man. It's been I've learnt a lot, in a space of 50 minutes. I've learnt words, I've learnt concepts, and I think I'm gonna take a little bit of a dive on YouTube and see what I'll go on. I might call my next venture Not Odd Space, or new Odd Space.
I'm happy that you've actually learned something. I hope everyone else in here has learned stuff as well.
Yeah. Guys, we've got a few minutes left. If you do have a question, just put it on your on the question below on the bottom of the screen. But yes, is there anything that is upcoming for you that you want to promote or that you want to let people know about?
I feel like anything that is coming up would be posted on Oddspace soon.
Follow Oddspace, people.
Yeah. It's been a long year. I'm chilling now.
Good. You've been working.
Yeah. Well, I'm still working my 9 to 5, but I'm chilling.
Is there a point where you're gonna leave the 9 to 5 and just do Oddspace?
That's like when I make enough money to leave. Well, when it matches how much I can get paid at a 9 to 5.
Definitely. Siobhan says, thanks for a great conversation. You're very inspirational.
Oh, thanks, guys.
we've got a question from Brenda. Love from Brenda. Thoughts on NFTs? Do you have any thoughts on NFTs?
I made one, and I've bought a couple. Well, I've bought one that actually made me money, but I don't.
Oh, sorry. Before you tell us, sorry.
Yeah.
Because this thing is sometimes it's so confusing.
Yeah.
In human terms, what is an NFT? Because everyone talks about it.
So I'm still it's still a space I'm learning in, but from my understanding, they're basically like pictures that you can post, and then it kind of like works as if how stocks work on a stock market. So like depending on the demand on it, you can put up the price. If someone else wants to buy it, they'll buy it, etc., etc. But then also on the back end, you can see every single transaction that particular picture has had. So like if they made like a Mona Lisa NFT, how you will know it's the real Mona Lisa, because you will know that it's... Wait, who made the Mona Lisa? Is it Michelangelo?
I think it's Michelangelo, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Leonardo. One of the turtles.
You see, it was Michelangelo. You'll see Michelangelo's address, his wallet address there on which will probably be Michelangelo.eth. So yeah, like you could just buy and sell stuff. It's just I think it's a good way for artists to make money off their work. Like even if if you made something and you sold it and then it keeps getting sold for like 1,000 times, you would make profit off each sell. So it's like, yeah, it's a good way for artists to share their work and make money off it.
And do you think the future is leaning that way, that more people are going to find ways to create NFTs, whether it's, I don't know, out of a piece of art or...
Yeah, because it's part of the whole Web3 blockchain community, which I'm still trying to understand, so I can't actually explain it well to you guys. Yeah, I think people will use it more in the very near future.
Definitely. JK says, back to the Snoop Dogg concert. I want to go as well. Is that the new way forward from Zoom, and how does it work? So you're actually in a concert.
I was going to say, speaking of like, is it the new Zoom? They actually have on Oculus, they have this thing called, I think it's called Oculus Horizons, Facebook Horizon.
Yeah.
Something like that, which is, it kind of is like Zoom, where basically you and your colleagues will all link up in the same virtual place, and you can connect your headset. I was trying it the other day, but I got tired and I gave up. But you can connect your headset with your computer and basically do the work that you will do on your computer through your VR headset. So I guess, yeah, it can be in the very, very near future, be the new Zoom, but then like it just depends on whether companies will actually buy these headsets for their employees. Yeah.
What would you say is the downsides of all this? Because this all sounds great in terms of the technological advancements it creates. There's more use cases. There's more convenience it's providing. What, from your vantage point, are the bad and downsides to it?
I feel like people are already addicted to social media. And if you're an escapist, then stuff like having virtual worlds, like you'll get addicted and you'll live there, and you might just, I don't know, you might just sit there all day, not eat, not talk to real people. People will lose human connection, as we are now in this social media age. I feel like as we delve into the Web3 age, more people will lose connection, more human connections, and then you just get bad, what's the word, socially awkward people, more mental health issues. And then in the virtual world as well, in like the metaverse, you'll be able to like buy like handbags and Rolexes and just random stuff. So it's like, if people are stunting online, they're stunting in real life, like it might affect people's like self-esteem, and just like, yes, it's a whole nother list of problems, but I'm gonna enjoy it while I can. And try not to get
and so someone just mentioned, Jacob mentioned, what about the security and privacy factor? Like, can somebody hack your Oculus?
I'm not sure about that. I haven't actually looked into that. I know with like Web3 and like everything being built off blockchain, it's meant to be a lot more secure because you own your own data. Whereas like now, with Web 2.0, companies like Facebook and Google and stuff own our data and then sell it and whatnot. But yeah, with Web3 and stuff, I'm sure like it will be secure. Yeah, it will be a lot more secure.
Damn. And would you say, okay, if you decide to have children, would you allow them like free reign of this stuff, or would you be a bit more protective?
I don't even know how I feel about them. I know I'm not too keen on my little brother having a smartphone, so I feel like if I did let them use them, it would be like I would be really strict about it. Like they would have certain times, and I would have like parent controls on it and stuff. Might make my kids a bit sheltered, but I just want to keep them safe.
Yeah. Love it, love it. Well, Perola, thank you for this evening, man. I appreciate your time. And you're doing a lot of stuff, man. And you're, like I said in the messages before, like you're occupying a space that people didn't really know was available. So keep doing it because it's giving other people inspirations in terms of careers, in terms of a new industry that they can maybe learn and then move into. So don't stop sharing in Odd Space and continue to build that community because it's going to help a lot of people, man. It's going to help. And one day you're going to create something that is so, like you said, so simple, but so needed in our everyday life. Mm-hmm. And then you'll just fly and live in Portugal in your mansion and just be collecting your royalties. So keep on going, man. We love it.
You too. This is a really good platform that you've got here as well.
Thank you.
Thank
you, man. Oh, I love it, man. Well, you made it through 21 questions, no pass card. How do you feel?
I feel good. I was really nervous before, but I even had my drink here, but it's been good. It's been good.
No, it's all good. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us for 21 questions. Thank you for all your questions, because they also help to bring out the insight into this topic as well. If you came midway and you didn't catch the beginning part, don't worry. As soon as we finish this, it will be on the front of our profile page, and you can watch it top to bottom. But also share it. If there's people that you feel that could benefit from Perola's story and the stuff that we were talking about, send it to them. Share it. But again, thank you for joining us, and we'll be back here next Thursday, 9 p.m. 21 questions. Take care. God bless.
Thank you, everyone.